Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Hal Homestead, how are you doing tonight? We'll be doing an interview here shortly, and I'm trying to get everything rigged up. I'm not a technological person, so therein lies part of the problem. But smoking some fish, that sounds really good. What kind of fish are they? Tilapia, yeah, those are good fish. I like those. And I see our guest is in the green room, and I will be pulling you up shortly. Wait to get a few more people in here. Are you smoking on any particular type wood, apple, pecan, or anything like that? Oh, okay. Yeah, whenever I have to cook like that, I kind of put all the wood on one side and put the meat on the other if I'm cooking it for a long time like that, and to get a good smoke on it where it's not right over the coals itself. The temperature will be over there. It just takes a longer time. I use a lot of pecan wood. I have gotten apple before and cherries around here. I need to cut some down and dry it out so I'll have it. Oh, okay. Now, are you putting these fish up, or are they going to be consumed tonight? Fruit is good for fish. What, like fruit wood to smoke it, like cherry or apple? Hey, smoking. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Oh, okay. What's got the kids all excited? Smoking, how are you doing, hon? Is my sound all right with y'all? Because I've got this thing rigged up. Y'all would not believe how I've got it rigged up. I don't believe how I've got it rigged up. That's good smoking. Well, I think, oh, yeah, I always like smoked fish. We used to get a lot of smoked herring around here. Thanks on the sound check. Well, without further ado, I want to try and bring Sandy up with Sandy the Adventure. Hello, Sandy. Hey, Silver Prepping. Sandy, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you hearing an echo on my end?
No, but you're real faint though.
Okay. Let me leave and come back. Let me try something else.
Okay. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Ken. How you doing? Hey, Sandra. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, we're gonna bring Sandy back up and check on the sound. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the first time I've used a string artist. Jerry's fault, if there's any fault. Jerry got me involved with it, so we'll blame Jerry. Jerry does some good lives, Lives, not lies. But he's a expert carpenter, master carpenter. How's that tractor working, Kevin? Sorry about that. I threw myself out of the studio. Evidently, I didn't pay my tab once again. Everybody, show everybody some love. Got a lot of good channels in here. Well, y'all hear a bunch of sounds. I'm out on my porch, and so y'all will hear a little bit of everything. Probably hear roosters crowing here in a little bit. Yeah, BYOB. I brought the Corona Extra, that is. Ice cold. With lime, of course. Hey, Ken, how's Anthony doing? All right, Joe, hurry back on. Yeah, yeah. If anybody can hit the wrong button, I can, Jerry. Well, hello.
This isn't fair. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, we can hear you, folks. This is Sandy with Sandy's Adventure.
Hi. Sorry, I was cold back here. Let me
Oh,
take
that's no
this off.
problem.
All right, so I don't look the best.
You're fine.
Been canning today.
Really? What all you been canning?
Oh, let's see. Today pickles. So would you like to see?
Yeah, you got something you can show us?
Yeah. There's the bread and butter pickles.
Look good.
Let's see here. I brought cucumber relish. Kosher dills. Better than Vlasic.
Oh gosh, they are good then.
I've been canning tomatoes. And these are garlic dills. But we've been overrun with cucumbers this year.
Well, that's good.
And pickled red onions.
Oh wow, you have been busy.
And whoops, chow chow.
Oh, none like chow chow. You need to try chow chow in a soup.
Well, we'll figure that out. But look what I got. I wanted to show you.
Good night. My gosh.
These are tomatoes. So, has yours gotten big?
No, mine are getting about the size of baseballs, and I have to harvest them then, or they'll start rotting.
Well, these came from all from the same seed.
Uh huh.
So,
Yeah, mine aren't getting that big. I don't have that touch.
I think it takes daddy's touch, right? My dad's.
Yeah.
Let me get these jars up here. Yeah. So who do we have in here today?
We've got Jerry in here, Hal, Ken, the Redneck Connection. JoJo's here.
Hey guys.
Kevin was in here with Lazy Pond Farm, and Prepping Grandma. She's in here, and got quite a
Let me
few.
let me pull up my YouTube here so I can see
Yeah,
the chat.
my computer froze for whatever reason.
Oh, cheers. Oh, I forgot the cup. Sorry.
That's no problem. I don't
Is
guess it
any
matters.
is anybody here offended if I'm drinking? I'll go hide it.
Hey, Jerry's got a question. Sandy, do you wait to put the jar rings on?
After I process them, take off the rings and wash them, and then I leave them off until I'm ready to use them or transport them. Then I'll put the rings back on to give away. Sorry, not to use them, but to give away or to transport them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell us, when did you start your channel?
Um, I think 2017, 2018.
Uh huh.
Yeah, around that time frame. So I haven't really been able to do a whole lot this year since COVID and everything. First part of COVID, I've really have laid off on a lot of YouTube just because I had to go get a job. So I retired and became a travel agent back in 2013,
Uh huh.
and well, that went down the tubes when nobody was traveling. So I had to go do something to pay the bills. So didn't have as much time on my hands for YouTube or gardening.
Uh huh. Ken's offended that you're drinking now. Ken's Otis. He's the Otis of the Northwest. He doesn't get no trouble. He has a good time at home though. But
Yeah. This one's actually Angry Orchard Unfiltered. So it Hall Homestead.
yeah, Jerry, I want to do make mods, but I've got to figure it out first, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer either. So, but if y'all have a question, type it in capital letters so I'll know. Um, why did you start your YouTube channel, Sandy?
I wanted to share things with my kids, and they, all of my daughter was in the Navy at the time, and and then the other one was at college, so I just did it so they'd have a little piece of something later on to look back on. So
Oh wow, yeah,
family is important to me.
yeah. And now where are you at now?
At this moment, I'm in West Virginia.
Oh, okay, in West Virginia. Now
Hmm.
y'all got roots up there. I think you've told me. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Hey, Bill.
both sides of my family are from West Virginia, and no, not from the same gene pool. It was it wasn't the same creek.
Okay, well that's good. It's always good to
So
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of created my channel. My family knows nothing about it, and I just wanted it, and in my obituary, it'll be mentioning that, and then they'll say like, he did all that, or I hope they will. Maybe they'll say, what was he thinking? So,
Hmm.
so tell us,
Probably,
yeah,
especially if they find some of your joke ones.
yeah, yeah. So, what's your primary interest on your channel? I know I've gone through and seen a lot of your videos. You were doing a lot of traveling there before the world turned upside down. And what's your main focus on your videos now?
Right now, it's just I've been taking videos, but I haven't been publishing them. So at this moment, I've got May and June garden updates being published. So hopefully that'll be ready to go. But uh, I started out with a lot of travel videos, and I do have tons. I go out and I take tons of pictures anywhere I go. It's not unheard of that I take thousands of video and pictures. So
Uh
coming home from a trip, the kids they're not really interested in seeing the pictures and stuff and hearing about your whole trip, picture by picture by picture by picture. They just want to know what you brought home to them. So all
huh.
those photos I had anticipated on putting into like slideshows and stuff, and I've done some of that, but I didn't want to bore everybody
uh
um, with just those types of videos. And I like gardening and canning and crafts and do-it-yourself stuff.
Yeah,
So
you're real good with the canning stuff on a lot of your stuff I've seen. No, Jerry, my kids don't know. It's going to be kind of a present after I'm dead. Hey, Debbie, thanks for stopping by. But and you're pretty
yeah,
well traveled too from a lot of your videos. I think you've been about everywhere, haven't you?
I have not been to Asia.
Oh,
So,
really?
or Hawaii. Well,
Uh,
no, I take that back. I did go once years ago for work, but it was just a work thing with with Army Corps of Engineers out there. So I didn't really do any sightseeing. It was more of a go find a crane. So
uh-huh. So you
mhm.
got $2. You got grandchildren?
I do. I have two grands. One is a little girl. She's 10 years old this year, and then I have a 2-year old grandson.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Mhm.
But
Hi,
yeah,
Debbie. Hi, everybody.
yeah, COVID's been kind of different on us. The way you have to interact and do stuff. And I noticed I was concentrating more on what I could grow and actually provide for myself because I really didn't know how bad this thing was going to get or how bad it possibly could even still get at this point.
Yeah, yeah. They even here, I went to go get my hair cut the other day. You can't tell because I've had it up most of the day cooking. Uh, but you walk in and they're like, okay, well, where's your mask? Well, I had my mask on anyway, but they were like, oh, you don't have to wear it if you've had your vaccine and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm keeping mine on today. So
Yeah.
that and traveling and um, I don't go anywhere. I try to stick mostly between Georgia and West Virginia, and I mostly keep to myself. So it's been kind of lonely.
Yeah.
So other than that, my job I can work from home. I do a lot of telephone work, um, so that's computer and telephones.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm working on a farm right now on a temporary basis and absolutely love it.
Hmm.
And I'm looking to see if we had any questions there. Ken, type me out another question. I'll check it. My eyes aren't that good. What can I say?
Hmm.
I'm old.
Jerry, I'll have to get some more cooking videos up there for you.
Yeah, you got one I noticed that it gets looked at a lot. I think it's making jelly, apricot jelly or something.
Loquat.
Loquat, yeah,
I'm
I was
sorry.
close.
Yeah, loquats.
Yeah, because you're right around 10,000 views on that, aren't you? If not
I think
more.
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I've got mixed reviews on that. And what people don't understand is when you're dealing with fruit, one guy's like, oh, I cooked it the amount of time, but each time you do it, it depends on the season. And I try to show in it that how to do it and what to look for to make sure it's done, type of thing. And person did it the time I did it, but probably didn't take into account of the environmental issues of how much water they had on the plants and how much water that the fruit was holding. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, it's hit or miss on with cooking videos. Sometimes, a lot of people loved it, and then you get a couple bad reviews, and those bad reviews always stick to me. So it's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, you
I'm
get
sorry it
those.
didn't work out for you.
Yeah. Hey, Lone Star Pioneer. Yeah, you get those in there and they rip you apart. I went, I probably had 100 videos out before I got a first comment, and then I think they had to take out papers on me to keep me from stalking them. I was just so happy to have one comment. But yeah, you get those now. You're gardening because I come to you on my gardening problems. Who did you learn all this gardening stuff from?
Well, my dad and my grandfathers, both my grandfathers.
Hmm.
So did a did a lot of stuff through them. And
Yeah.
and growing up, I did have a lady who watched us, and her mom and dad were really into organic gardening and doing a lot of do-it-yourself homesteading type stuff. They raised goats and then of course cattle ranch around there and stuff through my whole family. So we were always doing something with gardening or farming.
Uh-huh. Gosh, that was unheard of. I know back when I was little, there was a lady named Miss Willie, and is convoluted story is how I know. And but she did not plant anything in her yard that she could not consume. She raised pigs and chickens at the back of her house. This was in the city limits back in the day. And
So I'm hearing a beep beep. Is
oh,
that
that's
on?
yeah,
Can
that's
you
on
hear
me.
something? Okay. I'm like,
And
is somebody pulling up in your yard?
oh no, no, it shouldn't be. I've got the gates
No.
closed.
Okay.
But I learned a lot from her on stuff. But I think she's the one that got me. If I'm planting something, I want it to be edible some way.
Yeah. So my dad and I, right now, this house here in West Virginia, it was my grandparents' house from the 70s here,
Oh
and my
wow.
my grandfather raised a huge garden in the back, but in the front there's these three maple trees, and my dad and I are going back and forth. I want to replace them with something edible, and he wants dogwoods. So I
Yeah,
guess he'll win because it is his house.
yeah.
So,
And yeah, that's if I plant anything now, it's something edible. And a lot of it, like I've got pecan trees out here, but I get pecans, but I had apples and plums, but I lost both my apple trees.
oh
And
wow.
but
Well, we have black walnut trees here, and they seem to
uh,
just grow up everywhere. We got two seedlings again this year, so they're ready for rehoming, Frugal, when you're ready to have them.
oh, okay. And well, I'll dig y'all up some pecan trees because I've got a lot
Yeah.
of pecan starts around here.
Yeah.
And
It's a little
normally,
discon. I'm sorry. I'm changing the. Um, I have a squirrel moment. It is a little disconcerting that I can't see you and talk to you. I'm looking at myself, and it's like I don't really want to look at myself.
you don't want to look at me; you'll get sick. I'm just extraordinarily ugly. So,
I don't think that's true.
Jerry wants to know, Sandy, what all do you grow in the garden?
We have, well, we dug out the potatoes, but we had a row and a half of potatoes. We have peppers, bell peppers, and pepperoncinis. Got some poblanos, and I think that's all the different types of peppers. And then we've got corn, tomatoes, cucumbers. Cucumbers are, kid you not, 1.5 feet long.
Wow.
I can go down and clean out all the cucumbers, tie up branches and stuff, and then turn around, look down the same row, and I've got 5 hanging there that 1.5 feet long, look like tree trunks. So
Yeah, cucumbers will hide on you. I know that for a fact.
yeah, we got okra. We have um, half runner beans, uh, black eyed peas, and another type of bean. But yeah, so these cucumbers right here are maybe a third or fourth of a cucumber.
Oh wow!
So
What'd you
these are
quarter
pint
them up?
jars. Yeah, I quartered them up, and then I also made 6 slices out of them too, besides
Uh-huh.
quarters. Some of them were so big around that I made 6 wedges out of it.
Oh wow! You were going about 1 cucumber a jar then, weren't you?
Almost. Not even a cucumber, like a half a cucumber jar.
Wow.
If you hold
Now,
on for a second, I'll go see if I got one. If Daddy brought
okay.
one in. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, welcome everybody. If anybody's come in that I hadn't noticed, and I appreciate y'all coming by and visiting with me. I'm on the porch, so you'll hear cars go by and cats and not my dog. He's on the inside. He don't want to come out. Maybe he's mad at me. Who knows?
All right.
Hey, welcome, Mark B. Thank you for stopping in.
So here's one that he just brought in today.
My
You see
gosh.
it?
Yeah.
And then here's another one.
Good night.
And this had been sitting on the vine for a little while because it started turning yellow here on the end. And we're out there every day picking, either him or me. We're out there. So every time we turn around, we find some new ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked for a farmer one time, and he had a cucumber crop that he had his kids picking, and gosh, you'd go through there and you think you had everything, and he said, "Well, why'd you miss those?" I didn't miss none, and there's 3 or 4 you missed. These were little pickling cucumbers too.
Yeah. Well, the pickling cucumbers haven't got ahead of the game yet to be able to find them. They're in there.
Uh,
I haven't gotten the real small ones. My sister wanted me to make jerkins, sweet jerkins, and I haven't found them real small yet. So
uh,
I have to get a magnifying glass out there with these things with that type of cucumber. I can't find them small yet, so I'm looking for big ones.
Vera Campbell wants to know what kind of cucumbers are you growing?
I don't know what kind they are, and there's a story to this. I first planted Boston pickling out there, and a week or two went by. My dad, he's shaking his head. There's no cucumbers coming up there. So he goes out and buys these mystery cucumbers from a place called Witt's here, and brings those back. And it just says slicing cucumbers. Didn't say what kind they were. And so now we have the pickling and the slicing coming up all in the same places. So it was kind of funny. We got double the amount, and we're running them up on the same trellis as we had the tomatoes. So we're fighting the vines from the cucumbers with the tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Are you companion planting with that? And those of y'all don't know what companion planting is, you got plants you can plant right next to each other that you think would not do good together, but actually they complement each other in the garden.
yeah, because of our space, we didn't do a whole big garden like my grandfather had out there. We only did I'd say, I think it's what, maybe 30 feet by 50 feet.
Uh-huh.
So maybe 25 by 50. And so I had a lot of ideas, and I kept bringing home plants or starting plants. So my dad
Uh-huh.
said, "Don't bring me anymore." And I think what broke the camel's back is I brought him 7 blueberry bushes for it. I kept telling him I was going to expand it, but he put up the fence, so I couldn't expand it. Um,
Uh,
expand and but I talked about all the ways that I could add on to it and then use the existing fence as a trellis. So he maybe next year.
uh-huh.
So
Okay. Jerry wants to know if those big cucumbers make good tasting pickles.
they
Hey,
do.
welcome, Sandy.
Yeah, some of the actually the bigger ones, like my aunt, she's 80, um, 85 right now. She doesn't like the bigger cucumbers because of the seeds. So when I do some of them, I try to take out some of the seeds out of them.
Uh-huh.
If they get too big and too seedy, then I scrape all the seeds out of it and just pickle the rind part of it.
Welcome to the live chat, Mama Sassy. Glad to have you.
Hey, Mama Sassy, I hear you're somewhere in the south of the border.
Uh-oh.
Where is she at? Oh, I
Uh,
love you too, sissy.
yeah. She was up a little ways. I barely can't see my screen. I've got to get new glasses. I'm going blind, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I heard she was in another country, maybe.
I really.
I think so. If anybody doesn't know who Mama Sassy is, she's the other person on my YouTube profile. That's my sister.
Hey, Minch, glad to have you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, if you have any questions, type them in large letters because I cannot see, or I'll get the dog here to read them for me or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
again, we're interviewing Sandy Adventures. She got a great channel. She knows a lot about gardening. She's usually my go-to on gardening questions, and most time is very few times I don't know that she doesn't know the answer or several answers. Depending on what the problem is.
Yeah.
No, not Mama Cass, Shandy. But so how many jars of stuff do you think you've put up this year?
Um. Well, probably about 200 now. Because of all the stuff. I haven't actually counted it, but I've used all my jars, and I went out today to buy new ones. Jars with lids, actually. I don't
Uh-huh.
know if anybody else is having the same issue out there, but can't get lids right now, and all my lids are in down in Georgia at the house there. So I
Yeah.
didn't plan that very well, and trying to find lids now. Amazon has them for $22.30 some cents for a pack of 4, and that's just I could spend just a little bit more money, just go out and get new jars and invest in that. So,
Gosh.
and then
Whew.
wait till the lids come back down in price.
Yeah.
But I got another one, two, I got another 2. These aren't ball jars, but I did find autumn harvest jars at Dollar General today. 2 packs of quarts and 2 packs of pints. So
We're
not the
getting
best
shortages.
jars.
Yeah, we're getting shortages up here. I went and I could not find charcoal. And normally I keep like 8, 10 bags of charcoal, and
Hmm.
I let it run out, and then all of a sudden the store didn't have it, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And Debbie McWaters wants to know, do you ever have a problem with cutworms? Debbie's in Canada, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Debbie, not here. I did in Georgia last year. I had a terrible problem with worms, with the cutworms. So, but so far the only thing I've had problems with is slugs up here.
Yeah, I
And
saw that video. You got a healthy crop of slugs, or
yeah, they tore up all my cabbage, and I I salvaged some of it, but the last few that I took out, they just you cut into them and all the eggs are in there and stuff. And I was like, okay, it's going to the compost. So
yeah. How'd you deal with the cutworms that you had?
um, I squished them, and I I probably used some Seven Dust too.
Uh-huh.
And I know that's not a good thing to do, but when you're it just my garden did not do well last year at all. So with between the white flies and the worms, I didn't get much out of it. It was a
Yeah.
lot of heartache. It was, and plus the humidity made it really a lot of things molded. Even my okra was getting mold on it. So we
Really?
we had a really hot, steamy. Well, it was in Savannah, so hot and
Uh-huh.
steamy, and there was just no airflow. And every time it rained, it just sat there and steamed everything. So it wasn't. It felt like I was in a jungle. So
Yeah, it's been hot in North Carolina. Welcome, Mary.
uh,
Thank you. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, you send me a care package, but if I ain't got charcoal, you know how I grill out. Most of the time I send Mark videos of whatever I'm grilling. And but yeah, thank you. If y'all have any questions, just put them up, and we'll get Sandy to answer them. Now, with the slugs, I'll never pronounce the word right. Diatomaceous earth.
diatomaceous earth, yes. I don't have any up here, but I have used that before in my garden. I have some in Georgia. Um, my dad is pretty much he's a seven dust man, so
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
that's
kind
what
of
we
with
got up
him.
here. He's old school. He swears up and down that seven is not made like seven was when he was a kid either. So
No, it ain't because I worked on this. It was exotic animal farm when I was young. I was head
mhm.
manure shuffler, and
Is there such a thing?
well, that's what the title I gave myself and put it on a resume for many
Yeah.
years. And but we had this stuff we'd have to dip like our dogs in. They had a dog breeding operation, cockatiel
Yeah.
breeding. I mean, and monkeys. I hate monkeys. I do not like monkeys. But they had this stuff. We'd dip the dogs in there. Ticks and fleas would die almost immediately, and that stuff was getting on us, splashing on us. And I'm wondering what that stuff was. You can't find nothing like that now.
Well, do you still have a problem with ticks and fleas on you?
No, I'm pretty uh, clean now. I need to wear a flea collar, I guess.
Well, I mean, it might still be in your system, so to check
Yeah.
in.
Hey, Wobbly
Mm,
Boost, thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by, Sandra.
yeah.
Hey, Truth, thank you for stopping in. We got 12 people in here. If y'all got questions, put them in the screen. If I can read them, I'll ask Sandy. I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all stopping by. But yeah, the
Wobbly
stuff,
boost.
it
Yeah.
does seem
Diatomy.
weaker now.
Yeah.
I mix Seven Dust and the earth stuff. I'll mix it together and sprinkle on my stuff.
Hi, everybody. Truth revealer, squealer, wobbly boost. Yeah. I have I put the diatomaceous earth in a like a condiment bottle for like ketchup and mustard comes in, and
Uh-huh.
just squeeze that around the plants, and that seems to work. I can make a really fine ring around them too. But if you squeeze it, and it'll powder on the plants itself too.
Uh-huh. Oh, like what you see in a restaurant where the ketchup
Mhm.
dispenser like thing? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the kind of picnic
Uh-huh.
set.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
so it sounds like
um,
you've been busy up there with everything. Have you started planning out your winter garden yet?
uh, well, where we took out the potatoes, we planted the seven bushes out there, the for next year. So we'll have maybe get a pint or so off of blueberry bushes of next year, maybe. We got peas planted behind them again. We're going to try peas again. They kind of got shaded out too early, so we didn't get very big crop of those. Plus, we were gone for 2 weeks in there when they were probably coming on real good, and then we missed them. So we replanted peas, and I've got turnip seeds to go in, and we planted uh, 2 types of pumpkins, the Cherokee tan pumpkins that I grew out last year, and took the seeds from those, planted, and then I've got pie pumpkins. So,
okay.
but we're still getting beans. We're still getting, I mean, the beans are, I swear, everything has blooms all over it. So we're still, okra is coming on. So we've gotten about 41 ears of corn off of 2 rows so far, and they're still out there. And it's some of the places that the stalk comes up on the corn stalk comes up, and you've got an ear of corn here. But then now with the Three Sisters planting, we have the beans coming up there, and it's kind of like strangling that corn. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get the corn out of there without breaking off the bean vine, but that's another story.
Oh, wow.
We'll see how that works.
Got a lot. Yeah, about the only thing I'll probably plant some cabbage and collards this winter, because last year I had to buy collards, and I do not want to have to buy collards. I want to be able to get my own, cook them, and put them in the freezer.
So how do you cook yours?
I'll take and put mine. I won't completely cover them with water, but like if I've got 5 inches of collards in there, I'll put like 2 inches of water.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put bacon grease in there, just a little bit, not a lot, some salt, and like I'll do like ham meat in there with them, and I'll cook them. I'll bring them to a boil, and then I'll just let them simmer for a while, and I'll just kind of keep messing with them with a fork till they feel like they're tender and done. And what I normally do, I cook up enough to feed me that day and to put in a gallon freezer bag. That's kind of been what I do all the time. Hey, Nanobot, thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
How do you cook yours?
Basically just I throw it in there with I boil them down with chicken stock that I have, and use bacon grease and bacon or ham if I've got it, and just cook it till it's really seasoned good. A little bit of vinegar in the cooking water too. I'll have to do a video on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and red pepper flakes. Can't do them without red pepper flakes.
Yep, red pepper is always good. Yeah. That's like my pepper vinegar. I've got to have pepper vinegar for collards because I eat way too many pepper vinegar.
Yeah.
Okay, Jerry's got a question. Do collard greens take long to cook? He's never had them.
Not really. Maybe about, trying to think, about 45 minutes. What takes the longest is washing them.
Yeah.
Taking them off the main stem and shredding them by hand. You can cut them if you want to, but you want to take that main stem out of the middle. That seems to be takes the longest, but if you really want them seasoned good, probably about 45 minutes cooking time.
Yeah, I tend to wash mine. I'll let mine soak in water for a while, and then I'll wash mine 4 or 5 times, because for those of y'all who don't know about collards, you can have bugs on them. So I'm washing them, I'll turn the leaves over, and I've got a little method I do. I'll pull them out and turn them over one way and look for bugs, then turn them back over the other way as I'm rewashing them, and I do that 3 or 4 times. And like Sandy said, you pull out that middle stalk. The middle stalk, you can cook that, but it's just a little bit tougher. And if you cook it without the stalk, and gosh, they're good. They're kind of in the kale family as far as taste wise, I guess, and the way you cook them.
hmm So when I wash them the first time I do it, I under running water, and I know it takes a long bit. Sometimes being out on the outside, the water and dirt splash up when it rains or you're watering. So my first is each one I rub underwater with, in my hands. I rub my hands up and down them and wash off most dirt, and then I soak them again in a sink full of water, and then final rinse. Just make sure. And there's always dirt in there. Even if you buy them in the grocery store, there's going to be dirt in your sink.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I've gotten collards out of the grocery store that were cut up, ready to go, and I mean, you wash. I washed them again, and I don't know if my where I'm from, people will not eat collards till after it's frosted, and preferably to frost, because
Yeah,
I've always heard they're sweeter, and I've always found that to be the
they are.
case.
Yeah. That's what my family's always said. After the frost, they're better. Same with like turnips and most greens, they say is better. My palate, I'm not quite there yet, but it tastes
Uh,
good any time of year for me. So
yeah, that's why I
I'm
like to
just,
put them up after, and that way I can. Well, I feel like collards today because I can make a meal out of collards and some
mhm,
you know, some cornbread and some hot peppers.
yeah, definitely. So
Yeah, Jerry, I guess the bugs could be considered extra protein. And I've ate my share of them, no doubt, as old as I am.
yeah, although when you have people come over for dinner or your kids or sister sees you pulling bugs off of it, they don't really want to eat it afterwards.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's like if you're cooking chitlins, if you have a real formal meal and all of a sudden there's a kernel of corn in the chitlins, that just ruins the whole meal.
Yeah. Somebody gave us a bunch of apricots, my daughter a bunch of apricots, and going to make apricot jam. And my sister was there, and it was riddled with these little worms. And I'm like, after you cook it, it's going to be good. So you just, we're, I don't think anybody is other than me has eaten them.
Uh,
But I took out all the worms. They just got grossed out about it.
yeah, and that's back when I was little, houses weren't sealed up like they are now. You'd have flies in there, and you'd be trying to eat, and fly landing on your sandwich, and you ain't wanting to throw the sandwich away, or you can't throw it away. And I had a fly land in my beer, and I was wondering, if I could get them and squeeze the beer out of them. So,
Who's drinking your beer? Well, I
yeah,
mean, back when you were a kid, they didn't have AC.
no. Matter of fact, the house I live in, it was like 1987 before AC was in this house.
You got color TV yet?
I got a TV, but I don't ever watch it. I just I don't like watching regular TV. It just to me it's kind of they're either putting somebody down or trying to think you're stupid on stuff. So I just don't watch it. I
Okay,
prefer
just a sec.
documentaries and stuff.
I gotta plug you in.
Oh, okay. You need to
There
grab
we
you another
go.
beer.
No, since I changed over to my phone, the battery was going down, so I just needed to plug in.
Oh,
How
okay.
do you like being charged up?
How do I like being charged up?
Yeah,
Well, at
just
my
plugged
age,
in.
if I could get charged up, I'd like to.
So I think a bunch of us would like to know how old you are. Are you willing to share that?
I am ancient, y'all. I'm old.
I don't think he sounds old. So,
Uh,
so Wobbly Boo says, "Barfly ruins your beer." Yeah,
it all depends on how long it was swimming in there.
yeah.
And
If it was a touch and go, the 3 second rule still counts, right?
oh yeah, yeah, and how drunk I am too. That's like I love pig's feet when I'm drunk, and you be in a bar somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, and you probably just got in a fight or something. You want something to eat, and it's
Yeah.
bartender. How about blowing the dust off that jar and get me one of them old pickled pig's feet out so I can eat.
How many flies were in that?
What in the pig's feet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ain't no telling. Who knows? Hey, little Frenchie, thanks for coming in.
They just say it was seasoning, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's pepper in there. That's big flakes of pepper, boy. Go ahead and eat it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've been real busy, and I appreciate you taking the time out to talk with me and letting us know about
Yeah.
your channel.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be putting it. I've got all these videos. I just have to get them up, and I do
Yeah,
apologize to all of my subscribers. I am so sorry, but uh, I like a full-time job now, so that is a bummer. But it pays the bills. So
yeah. I'm temporarily filling in on a farm, and it's kind of like that's taking up a lot of my time. So I've started doing some videos from the farm on
hmm
different stuff, and
yeah,
by the time I get in, I'm just wore out.
yeah. It has been kind of stressful because I used to be able to call my own hours and work for myself, and now I can't do that. So it's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, running out, making sure the garden is watered, or trying to still get the house in Georgia ready for sale. And then I had my mom on the phone today. Where are you? She wants me in Florida. So
Uh, Good night. Hey, happy wife.
yeah,
Hey, little Frenchie. Glad to have y'all. If y'all got any questions, just type them in. I'm interviewing Sandy's Adventures.
yeah,
She has a good channel. Everybody show love to everybody in here.
yeah. So,
And
but
if you
I think.
have something to drink, pop a cap.
Cheers. I need to do more of these. These are fun.
What, the beers or the interview?
Oh, no, just talking live stream.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I've done a few, but I prefer to have somebody to learn something from. And
I don't
I,
know if I could teach anything. They said they can't teach old dog news tricks, right?
very, very true. Very true. And but yeah, I'm gonna start doing at least one every Sunday, maybe more. I just want to, get some of these channels, because you've got a good channel. You're very knowledgeable in your subject matter, and it's just that you're one of those missed gems on YouTube, and I hope we get you more subscribers and get you more. I call it float out there. Get you more float out there where people can uh, see your channel and learn from it.
Well, I do appreciate all your support that you've shown my channel. The I, there's a lot more people out there that are doing all these videos, and there'll be a video I want to do, and then I look and somebody's already done it, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that one. So I would like to do more herbal videos and do tinctures and show you what I do with those. Um, Something that maybe somebody else isn't doing right now. So
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
want to do a lot of repeat what somebody else has already up. And like I said, as soon as I think of it or see it while I'm outside and start to video it, somebody else has got one up. So
yeah.
I,
I've noticed that on a lot of mine. Some others have come out on stuff, and I'll go ahead and do mine just to give my take on it, and hopefully,
yeah.
like Happy Wife said, just do your own version because on a lot of your
hmm
stuff, people just don't have the knowledge you have on this Canon and stuff. That's a lost art, really.
Yeah. My daughter, she called me in a panic. She was canning carrots, and she was thinking her canner was acting funny. I said, "Well, let me hear it." So,
Uh,
and she had a new stove, and she was getting a little antsy about it. So she had not used the canner on that stove yet. So I mean, she's new and learning everything, and
yeah,
she's so I like helping people, and I do. I enjoy. There's this club that I belong to, and it kind of took a back seat during COVID because we couldn't have our meetings. But it's called Ladies Homestead Gathering, and it's where other like-minded women can get together and teach each other all these homestead skills that we have. Where I might do canning, somebody else has got sewing or essential oils or planting, different things like that. Um, if we have chickens and we need to get them butchered, we'll invite other people over and show them how to do it. So that's been a big help on my outlet. And I'm a big Girl Scout fan, so I'm adult Girl Scout. So all that teaching that I used to do for Girl Scouts, I kind of put over to the Ladies Homestead Gathering.
Hey, could somebody drop Sandy's link in the chat for me? Because if I try to do
you'd have to have a
moderator,
moderator. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do it on mine.
because I think you're a moderator
I
on my
am.
channel.
It looks like I
Drop
am.
your link in there, because Wobbly Boost is going to start a riot. My gosh. As long as the cops don't get called.
Let's see
Hey,
here.
Twisted Art Lady, how you doing?
Maybe is that it?
I don't see it in there yet.
That may be mine, or it could be this live stream.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Somebody click on that, see if that goes to Sandy's channel, because if I click on it, I'm going to lose a live stream. Y'all know, I don't know technology. I'm barely able to tie my shoes.
Yeah, that's my link.
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So.
Thank you, Wisteria Energy Twister.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mary. Jerry.
So so I do like teaching people, and I do, I love sharing things with my kids. So hopefully, they'll learn something out of this too. So.
Oh yeah, well it's something. Well, even your grandkids you spoke of, it's something they can go back and say, well, like me, my nanny told me so much. I wish I'd have been smart enough to listen and write stuff down that she told me that I, needed now.
Yeah.
And okay, Wobbly Boost. Okay, the link's good. You aren't gonna start a riot, are you, in the room? All right.
Yeah.
Your membership will get banned, I guess. Hey, Troy.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you all. So I've been meaning to get a voice activator recorder, so it comes on every time my dad and we start talking. I mean, we're just driving down the road, and the stories and everything that he has to tell is just hilarious, and I would love to put it out here on YouTube.
Oh gosh, yeah. I love hearing those old stories like that. Just from people. That's how my grandma used to calm me down when I was little. She'd start talking about the Depression, and I'd start listening. And I'd question her to death. I mean, it was like it was a Gestapo interrogation. She just shake her head. She said, "I don't know nothing else to tell you, honey."
Yeah. Hey, Soldier Poet. See you there. I'm looking at my chat on the other thing.
Thank you, Wobbly Boost. And but well, I guess I'm going to close this live stream out. And I appreciate you letting me interview. You're my first interview, and thank you for putting up with all the technical glitches I had in this thing.
Well, not only you, I haven't done a live stream yet, so other than off my phone, so it's been fun.
And we appreciate all the information. Y'all check Sandy's channel out. Show her some love and check each other's out. We got a lot of good channels in here.
Yeah.
And a lot of good supporters in here. And I'll be doing another interview next week. So keep eye on my community page and get the information on that. And I may do a midweek live just talking off the porch, because the porch is where I'm at. If I'm not out there in the shop, but I've got some stuff coming up in the shop, so you'll have to come back and visit to see what's going on.
Yeah. So anytime you need me, come back. Say hello. I will.
Hey,
I've had
we'll do
fun.
that. We appreciate you. You need to do a Ask Sandy segment so people can solve their gardening woes with you.
Yeah, you've been after me for a while to get that done, and I will. I will.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
mean, like I said, tonight I'm going to publish this video that shows the garden from May and June, and then I'll get. This has been the push I need to get out and finish these, and I do appreciate that. It's a
We appreciate
little
you.
kick in the butt to get
Yeah.
me.
Well,
So
I appreciate your time coming here. And Vera, yeah, I am old, honey. Gosh, I am just so old. But I appreciate,
I think he's fibbing to us. I don't. He doesn't sound old at all.
but I appreciate y'all stopping by. I really do. And thank y'all for sitting here listening to old man ramble on. And Sandy, I appreciate you uh, talking with us and sharing your knowledge. And look forward to the Ask Sandy segment on your channel.
Okay. Well, you'll be the first one to hear about it.
All right. Hey, thank y'all. Y'all have a good
Um,
night, everybody.
all right. Good night. Thank you guys for coming. Bye
Bye.
bye. Enjoyed it.